I'll have a chance to talk with you all in a little bit. But my small portion of the visit's done today, so thank you all very much for being here. I'll pass it over to Del for you guys to talk some engines.
Thank you, John. All right, as we mentioned earlier, my name is Mike McDaniel. I'm the general manager and site lead for L3 Harris Aerojet Rocketdyne at Stennis Space Center, which is about 40 miles east of here. And what we do at Stennis is that we assemble the RS-25 engine and then test it and then deliver it to NASA and Boeing here at MISU, and then Artemis 3 on is going to go to Kennedy Space Center. So who's here from Kansas City?
Right here.
So we have a supplier in Kansas City, let me see, DIT McCo,
Okay.
and they produce the harness testers we use to test 100% of the harnesses on this engine. And so who's here from Philadelphia? Anybody? We have right outside in Harleysville. There's Stein seals, and they also produce the seals that we use in the pumps and in our engines. So with that being said, we could not have. It's vital that we have all the suppliers and all the hardware to keep our astronauts safe and our mission successful. So we really appreciate suppliers from Kansas City and suppliers from Philadelphia area. So this engine, it's liquid hydrogen is the fuel. Minus 423 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's the second coldest element on Earth. Liquid oxygen is also a cryogenic. We carry our own oxygen since we're going into space. And so what happens is that liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen comes together inside the main combustion chamber, and instantaneously it goes to plus 6,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can imagine the thermal dynamics is going on inside the engine from minus 423, second coldest element on Earth, to plus 6,000 degrees instantaneously. And then the exhaust exits at Mach 13, so 13 times the speed of sound, 6,000 degrees. And what's so cool about that is that when that superheated vapor cools in the atmosphere, it's pure water. You can drink it because it's made out of the elements of water. So it's really kind of cool. It produces 500,000 pounds of thrust, 500,000 pounds of thrust per engine. We have 4 of these engines on the bottom of the Artemis rocket, so it's 2 million pounds of liquid rocket propulsion energy that's helping to propel the Artemis rocket into space. So this is real quick, so I can go into a lot more detail, but if there's any questions, and I know there's going to be an interview section later, but any questions I can answer right now, glad to. All right, thank you.
All right, guys, Jordan Falgoust with Boeing, and I'm the core stage IPT lead, as I mentioned earlier. So just another quick recap. I know we've seen a lot of different elements of the core stage throughout the factory, right? You can see kind of this exploded view where you've got the 5 major articles, the forward skirt, the liquid oxygen tank, the intertank, right, our big structural backbone, the liquid hydrogen tank, and of course the engine section. And so here in final assembly is really where all those articles come together, as been mentioned. The core stage 3, Artemis 3 intertank is the article you're looking at here, right? And so it has gone through a lot of the structural integration activity already. As you can see, it's got the thermal protection system applied. And now we're going through some of the integration, checkouts, and outfitting to ready it for some of the major joints and final assembly activities. So really a lot of things going on in parallel at this point, right? Harness work on the inside, some external thermal protection work, and then some of the equipment in the back there is getting us ready for actual power up of the article and functional testing. So a lot of really good work that goes on there, and as we mentioned, it'll make its way back into the vertical building, right, building 110, to do the forward join before coming back here for final assembly. So that's kind of the gist of where we're at as far as Artemis 3 goes. A lot of really good activity. We've got 2 tanks that are going through thermal protection system application out in what we call building 131, right? So those tanks will come back in this building as well, likely in this cell. And we'll go through the fabrication and installation activities on those tanks to get them ready for Artemis 3 as well. So, and I believe we got a Q&A section at the end, so I'll ask you guys if you got any questions just to go over that. So, all right, Jen?
Oh, you go ahead, Chandler. I was just about to. If you guys are done, we'll go.
Okay. I think that just about wraps things up. We've got some of the big bosses over here. I'll let you figure out who they are. Let's single them out for all the fun interviews, right? But just parting word. Thank y'all again for being here. Obviously, it's a great week, like I said earlier, for the city of New Orleans. But this place means a whole lot to a lot of us here in the region, and it really means a lot to the country as a whole. So we're proud to do our mission here. We're proud to deliver this hardware, and we're looking forward to continuing to do that for some time to come. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, I think we've got some answers. So let's meet everybody. Thanks again.
Okay, so that kind of concludes our tour portion of this. So what we're going to do is kind of put our SMEs in a certain spot and then let you come to them. So I think we got time for about 6, 7, 8 minutes with each one or so. And if there's somebody you don't need to talk to, you can skip that over and just let us know if there's somebody you need to speak to. So Craig will... Mike McDaniel, our RS-25 subject matter expert, is probably going to be right in that area, and feel free to set your shot up. What works for you is speaking with him in that area. And then our Boeing representative, Jerry, we've already met, is going to be right over there on the far side, black shirt over there. And then I'd like to introduce Mishu Assembly Facility Director, Hansel Gill. Mishu, so Deputy Director, I apologize, Keith Savoy. And so we're going to put these two gentlemen probably right here. You can either get a shot going this way or this way, just somewhere in the middle. And then our subject matter experts, Chandler, who you know all too well. And then I'd like to introduce SLS Stages Office, Greg Eldridge. Those two gentlemen will be right here in front of this NASA sign. So, again, they're just in this general area, so set your shot up how you like. And if you just want to, if you guys want to start right here with Hansel.